They trouble. Ain't nothing but trouble.
Yeah, no, all the time. You were never the winner. You were always the aggressor. You were always wrong, man. Hey,
She could
move a
swing
little
a
better.
golf club at you,
Yeah.
fuck up your entire career, and still come out the winner.
Yeah, in no shape, form, or
No
fashion.
jail time or nothing.
Nobody thinks that lady was in the wrong.
You the bad guy just because you decided to sleep with 34 other white women.
Shout out to Ty.
That ain't how I want to start the episode. It's like, goddamn, what's wrong? Ain't nothing wrong with me.
Everything is good.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
God is good.
Yep, it's the Fuck That Shit Dog podcast.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of messed up. I said the Fuck That Shit Dog podcast right after you said God is good, but
but hey, God likes an honest man.
God created me this way.
That's it. That's it. I would like to think of this podcast as a way of filtering out the bullshit.
Yes. Yes.
That's it.
Yes. And we may drop a couple F-bombs here and there, but you know
got good intentions.
We got good intentions. God knows our hearts. Yeah, man. As always, first and foremost, you're rocking with your boy Veezy.
Qurious is here.
Yep. And as always, we want to remind y'all to like the episode, subscribe to the channel, share the episode, and all that good shit. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok at FTSD Podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, our last two videos had some really good traction. They want to continue that trend. Definitely do more marketing.
Y'all keep fucking with us.
Yeah.
I saw that. Like, whenever I post a video, whenever the video drop, and I leave it alone, and then I come back to it the next day, maybe the next morning, not even the next morning, maybe like the next afternoon or something. Because I don't already, when I drop it, I click on the link. I guarantee us one view and one like, right? So after I get that out the way, I let it go because I done already watched the shit.
Right.
I watch it when I clip it up. So, and then I lived it.
Right.
You know, we here.
Yes, sir.
So technically we watching it live, but I let it go. You know, I let it breathe for a little bit. I go back the next morning just to see how it did. And you know, the other ones, they were 5, 6, you know, in the first couple hours, 10. That's cool. I come back to this other one. I'm like, God damn, we 22, 30, 79. All right, look, y'all fucking with us. And I appreciate y'all fucking with us. So keep fucking with us.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? I think they heard my rant.
Might have. You sound pretty passionate about it.
I think they heard my rant. And they was like, you know what, let's start fucking with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So, you know, we appreciate y'all. And we're going to get right into it because some big news dropped over this actually this morning, right? Or was it last night?
I think like last night.
Oh, it's last night? Okay.
Yeah.
Kang the Conqueror, man. Kang the Conqueror. I haven't seen Creed 3 yet, so I only know him as Kang the Conqueror right now.
Yes, sir.
Unless you want to call him what was his name in Lovecraft Country? Freeman?
Yeah.
Yeah. So our guy, man, Jonathan Majors, was arrested on assault charges.
Domestic disputes.
Mm-hmm. And it's a lot of speculation going about the, you know, not the situation, but the circumstances.
Yeah, the events, what transpired. So I read the article, and from what it said something about, you know, strangulation or something like that.
Yeah.
But it also said that his lawyer believed that he didn't do anything wrong. Something that trying to clear his name up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Because
know,
they said that they watched the video and they said they had the video. They had witness statements from the driver. They got video from the inside the car where it allegedly took place. And then some new shit they got written statement from the alleged victim recanting her statement.
but they ran with the story.
Yeah, because basically, and I don't know if it differs, if it varies from state to state, but usually when the police are called on a domestic dispute, somebody end up going to jail.
Yep.
And it's 9 times out of 10 the man.
Guy.
Especially if the police get there and the woman looks like she's been assaulted. So they said she had visible abrasions or whatever.
Yep.
She had a head injury. I don't know if it was a head injury or she said she had a headache. Mm-hmm. But it's like, and all that stuff, that's the evidence that people are gonna run with and say, "Oh, he did that shit." But it's like, you know what? After Michael Irvin, I think y'all need to sit this one out.
Yeah, man. Like I said, they're quick to throw out those alleged circumstances, but yet and still they don't go back and like clear the name. They don't go back and say, "Hey, we got it wrong."
They ain't never gonna do that.
But they're just quick to smear the name, and I'm like, what a coincidence! After two $100 million movies,
mm-hmm.
All this praise.
Oh, we can't let this nigga get that big.
No, he can't get that high. Got to bring him back down.
Creed 3 did way too motherfucking good.
Come on.
We definitely can't let this nigga get hot.
Man, gotta understand is when people see what be going on, it's like every black star has got some kind of dark cloud before their everything is said and done.
Yeah, and I just don't like the narrative that gets spun every time some shit like this happens. Cause all right, we all saw it. Let's go all the way back to
let's go
to Nate Parker and
the white woman he allegedly did this rape to.
Yeah, but the circumstances around that issue gets brought back up when he's getting ready to drop Birth of a Nation.
Every time.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, Judge Joe Brown just this past weekend. She didn't say his name, but Cheryl Lee Ralph went on that chick from the former Breakfast Club host.
Yeah, Angela. Yeah.
I don't like saying her name.
Right.
I can't stand her. No. Went on her show and said a famous TV judge assaulted her during the time she was promoting the TV show. Now everybody knows Cheryl Lee Ralph ain't that motherfucking. She ain't no big superstar. She only been on a handful of shows that we know of. So if you go and say a famous TV judge, but you're not gonna say his name, it ain't but a few of them. You either talking about Judge Wapner, Judge Mathis, or Judge Joe Brown.
Yep.
Around the time you was on Moesha.
Wapner is white, right?
Wapner wasn't on People's Court when she was on Moesha.
He was done.
Yeah, he white, but he's the famous TV judge. He was before all them niggas.
Yeah. He was done.
Yeah, he had been done. But you got at that time Judge Joe Brown and Judge Mathis. She went out her way to say it wasn't Judge Mathis. So who the fuck else could it be?
Come on.
But at a time when Judge Joe Brown is doing what currently? Running for mayor of Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So if I'm running for fucking office, this shit comes out now. And Cheryl Lee Ralph, why the fuck you, a black woman, why you pick this time?
Out of all the time,
you could have said something. You could have said something.
For real. For real.
Like, the other shit that, bro, I was on Twitter earlier, It had to be this morning because I was on Twitter this morning when I read what I read, and it was a motherfucker. He had a statement like he posted. I think it was on Facebook, but they shared it on Twitter. But he was saying, everybody who knew Jonathan Majors at Yale knows he has a history of abuse and he's a sociopath and all this, and this stuff has been known. People known about this for years. And I'm just thinking to myself,
That came out as well.
no, this was a random white dude posting on Twitter.
Oh,
And it's like, I'm like, you can't tell me no shit like that without me looking at the context of
right,
what the fuck you actually saying.
right.
You telling me that a black man went to Yale and had a history of abusing women at Yale. What kind of women you gonna find at Yale?
White women.
And he was doing it for years.
Snow bunnies.
He's doing it for years.
Years.
You mean to tell me that a nobody ass nigga is gonna go to Yale? Because he was a nobody ass nigga back then.
Right.
That's just no hate, no shade, nothing.
Yeah.
Did you know him before Lovecraft Country?
First time I even saw him was Five Blood. So
the Five, yeah. Who was he on the Five Blood?
He was
the nephew, right?
Yeah, like a nephew.
He went on the trip with them, right?
Yeah.
Who's what's his name? Son.
Delroy Lindo's, I think.
Okay, yeah. So that was really 2-3 years ago. Five Bloods came out in 2020.
Nah, maybe a little.
Was it 19?
Maybe a little further. Yeah, about 19. 19, probably. 19.
I could have swore I was here when I watched it, but that's beyond the point.
Yeah.
That's beyond the point. You didn't know about him before then.
Nope.
So he was a nobody ass nigga to the rest of the world. You're not gonna tell me he went to Yale and was a known sociopath and known abuser of women at Yale and was allowed to have this meteoric rise.
Yeah, no, it don't match up.
When black men are in jail now for white women lying on them.
Yeah.
Saying that they abused. Come on, man.
The thing about a sociopath,
you're not gonna give it to me like that.
Well, like I said, the thing about a sociopath is a person has a history that is known and apparent. It's not like you have to go find it. There's several instances of this person showing who they are. Like I said, when kids get in trouble in school, it's not like usually like somebody who's done something once. No, this kid has done something several times.
Yeah.
So, that's the characteristics of a sociopath. They see no fault in what they do, and they do it often.
Mm-hmm.
So, I definitely do not believe that.
So here's the question. Before this incident, have we heard of Jonathan Majors doing anything?
Nope.
Not at all. Even when he was a up and coming actor, a B-list celebrity.
Right. But I want this to be if he's out there, if you happen to somebody else look this up and they share our video with him, hey, man, they own you. They watching you.
They definitely watching you.
Yeah, man.
You in danger.
You in danger.
Black
right now.
men, we in danger.
And you know what? To be honest, the best protection that a black man may have as a celebrity, I don't really want to say it. You just need to get married. Because you're like, hey, I was not with her, I was with my wife.
Yeah, but even
some kind of way.
Even marriage, dog. Because niggas
they can lie on you, but
bruh, they get.
That's a good line of defense, though.
It's very few of us that can. I don't even want to speak on that because I don't want people looking into what I'm saying and thinking.
But chicks
you
be
might be
lying.
having problems in his own. Nah, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you're right. Chicks do be lying.
They be lying all
the
time.
They be lying their ass off. Lying their ass off. It could be the most minuscule little thing. You lie about it.
Hey, you look good. Oh, what did you say? Oh, that's inappropriate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I like the way your dress looks on you. Oh man, you
He
objectifying me?
assaulted me.
You objectifying me? What?
That's
Like,
assault.
I didn't wear this for your eyes, sir. What?
Then what the fuck did you wear it for?
I'm telling you.
Like all these the videos of these white chicks in the goddamn gym calling men perverts who just glance at them in passing. You remember the white girl that went viral on TikTok because she got kicked out the club because she accused the trainer of staring at her. And the nigga wasn't even looking at her. The motherfucker he was training probably made a motion to her, like, but I don't know. It didn't even look like that to me in that situation. Whoa, okay.
Situation.
I was gonna say scenario.
But I tell you, man, even for myself, when I go to the gym, if there's like a pretty woman there, my first thing I do is I try to get far away from them as possible because I don't want you to make it seem like I'm looking at you. I'm focused on my workout.
Man,
I'm
you know
keeping my
what?
eyes this way.
That's the whole thing. Focus on your workout.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna sit here and act like our eyes don't work the moment a beautiful woman comes into the picture. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not sitting here being disrespectful and like the cartoon where the eyes bulge out and motherfucker woo, ding, ding, ding. Ain't nobody making a scene.
You're not doing that.
I mean, sometimes you can't help it. If you go to the gym, you see what some of these chicks wear to the gym, and we off on a tangent, but it needs to be said.
Right.
You see some of the shit these chicks wear to the gym.
Right.
I apologize if your titties out caught my attention.
That part.
Why did you wear that to the gym?
Yeah.
If you didn't want people to look.
Wearing a top with some cleavage or something.
You in the gym with a bra on and some skimpy ass, tight ass shorts. That's not a sports bra. That's a bra.
Come on.
Ain't no support. Your titties bouncing. I'm sorry. That caught my attention. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just interesting. And it's like, hey, I'm not going to say nothing to you. I don't want to do anything to make you feel uncomfortable.
That part.
Because I already know what you're thinking. So,
that part.
He's going to come by and say something to me. Oh, he's going to try and strike up some conversation.
Part.
No, I'm not.
That part. No harm, no foul. Yeah. I looked. My look is over. I'm back to my workout. Matter of fact, I probably looked while I was working out. And business as usual. Yeah. I'm not going out my way to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm not even going to speak to you. Because, honestly, number one, all right, I'm married. But let's say I'm not. Right. The gym ain't the place for that anyway.
Yeah.
I'm here to get gains. I ain't here to fucking holler at bitches.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would always make more sense is for you to actually be dressed for the gym. Like I said, an actual t-shirt.
Hey, they do be dressed for the, like, all right, in all seriousness, they probably better dress for the gym if they do have on some support and, like, because we went to BCU volleyball games.
Right.
And them shorts made you question, like, why they shorts so short? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a sport where you want to maximize your mobility. And you do that by wearing as little clothes as you can as possible. Track and field, the same thing. Gymnastics, the same thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when I'm watching gymnastics, okay, sometimes if a curvy gymnast comes up and does her routine, I might acknowledge that. I can't help it.
I respect the shape.
You know what I'm saying? I might acknowledge it. Dang, she got a fat ass. But after that,
we back to
her performance is what is like, damn, she cold.
It's what matters.
Bruh, Dominique Dawg?
She was fine.
Come on, man.
But but back to it. It's
Yeah, I said we was on a
yeah,
tangent.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, respectfully, but the thing about it is when we think about our celebrities
Mm-hmm.
and the way they run with these stories, it's like anything to tarnish your name, anything to tarnish your name. So it's like, how will this affect his oncoming, movies and different looks like that,
Yeah,
especially after they find out that he did nothing wrong.
yeah.
So it's very important that our celebrities, protect themselves.
I kind of got like a little theory building up in the back of my mind
Mm-hmm.
that I don't know if this even is a thing, but I think they really trying to just stop this whole Marvel train of movies because
Mm-hmm.
it was something came out about Kevin Feige,
Who was that?
the head man,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
executive producer, but that shit got swept under the rug. Like you heard about it and then it was gone.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I
I
heard
think
some.
nothing came of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I honestly don't know. I don't think he did anything wrong because, like I said, it came and it went. But
Well, just like you said, it seems like maybe they feel like it's the Marvel movies are a cheat code because everybody flocks to those movies, but ain't
mm-hmm.
nobody going to the other things, and people are fans of the characters, not even of the acting and what's really going into the craft of making
Yeah,
movies. You just have just a loyal
it's
fan base.
basically you basically have a visual comic book art.
Yeah,
That's basically what Marvel is. They said we're gonna take these movies, we're gonna tie them in all together. Not all of them, but we gonna we're gonna put these movies out and have something to tie in to the big super movie that we gonna make.
right,
Avengers, Young Avengers, that's all that shit is coming.
right,
And your big bad motherfucker right now is Kang.
right.
And all the fucking iterations of this nigga is finna play literally 200, 300, 400 characters over the span of however until they beat his ass. Or until Kang beats himself, because it's basically a war between himself,
Mm,
right?
right.
So I mean, this right here affects a lot of movies going down the line, and it's really affecting his bag. It's like, why now?
Yeah, and it seems like it hits people at their supposed hottest. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like no male or female are just you know like they go unscathed. The
Right.
Tiffany Haddish thing, even though it was sinister and fucked up what happened to her, but it's definitely affected you know her deals and upcoming
Mm-hmm.
being visual out there because she was doing good, even trying to put people on.
But I think they still said she's still in. I think she's still in Girls Trip too.
I mean, she whatever it is.
But to what you're saying, yeah,
Yeah.
because after that shit, you haven't really seen her
Uh-uh.
much. Before that, you were seeing a lot of her.
Yeah, yeah, she was in everything. So it's like now it's like your ass on timeout.
Yeah.
You
Like
know
they
what I'm
got to
saying?
put a halt to you. Like, all right, you
You
go
just
in the
sit down.
corner right now and cool
Mm-hmm.
down a bit. But here's the other thing I wanted to bring up in in the situation because we mentioned, when the cop showed up, she had the abrasions on her neck and the head injury, whatever. Head injury can mean so many things.
Right.
You can have a bump on your head, or you can have a headache. You can have a concussion. I mean, it's
Several things.
head injury. But when you look at the location of where this took place, if this shit took place in an Uber or in a taxi cab, that's close proximity.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not look, if he did anything, of course, consequences. But if you in close quarters, what is the altercation that's taking place? Because it's
Mm-hmm.
always he's he was arrested for assault on a domestic dispute. But a lot of these domestic disputes where
Mm-hmm.
men end up arrested, The woman is the aggressor. She's the one who was violent. She's the one who's throwing punches. She's the one who, and all he's trying to do is defend himself. And sometimes in defending yourself, the person attacking you is going to get hurt. Even if you just,
Yeah, could be.
you in a car, she might have hit her head on the ceiling. Who knows?
Trying to hit you.
She might have abrasions on her neck from this nigga trying to push her back.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, man. It's kind of crazy, man.
And of course the question comes up, what's the race of this woman?
Man. And it's
what did I ask about the Michael Irvin shit?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And it turned out she was white. And I saw the whole video of that shit. A big ass nothing burger with cheese and extra sauce.
Hey.
Just nothing.
But the guy, you know what I'm saying, just kind of hope that everything is brought to light and that his name is clear and that it's nothing like, man, please make us proud out there and understand that, hey, man, you have to move guarded. I mean, the bigger your celebrity becomes, sorry, sad to say, dog, your bubble you gotta get it tight bubble.
And certain women you just gonna have to not deal with.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm gonna say white women. Shouldn't no brother be dealing with white women, period, anyway, because they trouble. Ain't nothing but trouble.
Yeah, dog, all the time. You were never the winner. You were always the aggressor. You were always wrong. Man, hey.
She could swing a golf club at you, fuck up your entire career, and still come out the winner.
Yeah. In no shape, form, or fashion.
No jail time or nothing.
Nobody thinks that lady was in the wrong.
You the bad guy just because you decided to sleep with 34 other white women.
Shout out to Tiger.
Capiculation, but you was black that day, nigga.
You was black that day. Yeah, man.
But man, I just and another question is, what is Jonathan Majors into where people feel like this might be some conspiracy to bring him down?
That's a great question. But it's funny that we bring this up though. I saw this clip in which he was, I guess, kind of like defining masculinity, I guess, in his own terms or the way he expresses it. And he had a question in which he said, "Hey, I don't think anybody want to walk up on me in the streets." And which is understandable, but you know what I mean. It's like now, he said stuff about vulnerability is masculinity, kindness is, and it's like now all of a sudden this happens. Like literally, I just saw the clip and then this happens. It's like, damn. So like this gonna make you look crazy and people gonna ask you questions about this. So
they bringing up toxic masculinity all over again. Because if you look at the picture of masculinity in the black, like in black cinema, it's only a few men, black actors that you can think of.
Right.
And the majority of them right now have some dirt on their name. With this most recently happened to Jonathan Majors, the majority of them have some dirt on their name, either from the past or from recent. And the two most recent is Will Smith and Jonathan Majors.
Right.
Both have this little smudge, this little stain from a mistake, or an altercation. And now, because that's the whole, they really do not want to see black men expressing true masculinity, being a man.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It's so crazy that our love is threatening and our masculinity is threatening. Like anything that shows you in some type of strength.
Because right now, who's defining masculinity right now?
Shit.
It's white women.
True. And they applaud
Who's the
femininity in men.
it is white women and white feminists and the black feminists that associate with the white feminists
That's
that
real.
are defining, because you have this whole, what they're attributing, like, I'm not gonna say anything about Black Boy Joy because I absolutely want to see black boys happy, but they want to make it seem like Black Boy Joy is black boys being able to express their sensitive side without men or other boys chastising them for it.
Mm.
Black Boy Joy is associated with being soft, so to say.
Yep. They try to
Expressing
say
your
that
softer side. That's Black Boy Joy to them.
to them.
Black Boy Joy to me is a black boy just happy as hell, living his best life.
That's it.
Playing football, celebrating, doing their dances, gigging, whatever. I don't know however they do it.
Yeah.
But when you lift up one part of it over another to make it seem like this is how we want you. You should you can cry.
Yeah, no, you saying a
Bruh,
lot though.
I listen, don't nobody tell me shit. No, you can't cry. You can, but some things ain't worth crying over.
Hell no.
Especially as a man, some things you don't have time to cry over.
Don't have time.
See, and that's the thing that they don't understand. When we say boys don't cry, it ain't that you can't cry. It's that, look, as a black man, we got to deal with so much. You don't have time to cry about that shit, especially right now. If you want to handle your business and cry about it later,
Then you cry about
then
it
you
later.
cry about it later to yourself.
But you got to handle this.
But you ain't got, listen, sitting here and crying to me right now is not going to fix the problem.
It's not going to fix nothing. So,
you know what I'm saying?
So dry them shits up.
Yeah. Because when you grow up, your tears ain't going to matter to nobody.
Yeah. The world ain't going to have no mercy on you.
You fuck up on the job, start crying to your boss, see what happens.
Hey, we will send you home.
Cry your ass to the car and take this pink slip with you. And they going to hire your replacement.
Yeah.
While you in the car crying.
Escort you out with security.
While you crying.
You
know what I'm saying? So that's like I'm reading Twitter. I'm watching reading Twitter, and I'm looking at all these, I'll call them theories, on what's going on with Jonathan Majors and why this might be happening to him, even though it might not have anything to do with it at all. This might just be an altercation between him and the woman he was with.
Right.
But the way people are, when this wave of, oh, this is who Jonathan Majors has always been.
That shit.
That's the shit that, oh. Yeah. Is this what y'all was waiting on?
But Dawg, you said a lot though, man. Like I said, white women's definition of what it is, black women who associate with the white feminists, like I said, what they support as well. Like dog, true masculinity has nothing to do with being soft or metrosexual or nothing. Like you said, it's like, hey, handling business, taking losses, understanding how to take
understanding
losses.
how to deal with the loss, understanding what you need to do to bounce back from the loss.
Yeah, and resiliency.
You know what I'm saying? It really don't have nothing. You ain't got to be in the gym 24/7 and look like fucking the Terminator.
Yeah, that ain't it.
That's not masculinity.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's machismo.
Yeah. Protecting your family.
Yeah.
Understanding, hey, you're not going to violate my rights as a man. You're not going to treat me any kind of way.
Yes.
Just because, you are who you are. I'm still a person.
Right.
And you gotta respect that.
Being able to have a control over your feelings,
yeah,
and your emotions.
That's masculinity.
Like when you're a boy, you're taught how to navigate your emotions. It, when you tell a boy, boys don't cry, it ain't that. All right, it's not. You don't have a right to feel sad about something.
Yeah, you have a right. You definitely
You
have
have
a right.
all the right, but men need to know how to navigate through our emotions so we can make logical decisions.
That's it.
And not decisions based on our emotions. There's the running joke that if we had a woman president, we'd be in a nuclear war within a year. That's a running joke. That ain't me saying that.
Yeah.
That's been a running joke.
Yeah.
Because women are emotional. France, fuck you. Now we're in a nuclear war.
Yep.
Because France didn't want to go into a treaty agreement with us. Mm-hmm. And now we feel a way about it. Now the female president feels a way about it.
But yeah, man.
Putin disrespected me.
So I mean, in other words, like you said, man,
the Sheik of Abu Dhabi brushed up against my butt. We're gonna blow them off the map.
Hey, just like that. So I mean, man, we say all of that in everything to culminate into, man, protect yourself out there. Understand that now that the spotlight is on you, they are going to do whatever they can to tarnish your image. So I hope this is definitely a one and done type of situation.
Man. And I really hope that, because that Twitter post that I saw about the Yale shit, it didn't come from no blue check. So I don't know the validity in it. But it's once that shit came out, then it was other people that just, yeah, we've known. No, that's cap in all caps. How the fuck you knew?
Yeah.
And he was able to, from Yale. You're not gonna tell me that. You are not gonna tell me that.
Oh man.
A nigga at Yale was abusing white women for years in the 2000s.
In the 2000s. During the Me Too movement.
Nah, you ain't gonna tell me that.
No. Hey man, it's nuts, man.
I stand with Jonathan Majors until more information comes out. Innocent till proven guilty. How about that? How about that?
All right, where we at now?
HB 999, man. They're coming after y'all. Y'all ain't gonna be able to stomp the yard no more.
No more stomping the yard.
I'm gonna let you speak on that since you are in one of the Divine Nine organizations. So,
what does it say?
HB 99, it says it would ban state colleges and universities from using funds to promote, support, or maintain any programs or campus activities that espouse diversity, equity, or inclusion, or critical race theory rhetoric. So basically, because it's not just limited to black shit, because the breakdown I saw, it affects Latino studies, Jewish studies, things like that. Of course, critical race theory is on there as the big no-no for black issues, and they're attacking critical race theory on every motherfucking level now, is what it seems like.
Well,
they don't want that shit taught in schools at all, even though higher education is where you go to get an expanded education, or expanded view, not some one-sided shit.
Yeah, but I mean, it's seriously, it's interesting that everything that uncovers the true terrorist nature of...
I'm gonna tell you like this: if Ron DeSantis runs for president and he is the Republican nominee, I'm gonna vote Democrat. I have to, because I can't. I mean, I can't. Trump wasn't that damn bad.
He is.
This is right here, the white supremacist nigga that you don't want in charge.
Oh yeah, dog. Legally, like he is like trying to legally black out history for the sake of white folks keeping their whatever made up reputation, a
Right.
white nationalist view. Like he's like you're trying to preserve that type of idea or ideology that is
Right.
definitely goes against everything that people know. Like we know, like it's sad that we had to go to college, and I mean you know from other programs, me as well, but
Mm-hmm.
it's dog you're promoting the straight blacking out of anybody really learning about their history and from an objective standpoint,
Right.
just for the sake of trying to create this patriot, uh, this patriot type of mindset, and it's all bullshit. Like, dog, America's wrong. Slavery was wrong. Like,
Yeah.
dog, slaves weren't free.
Yeah. And children need to
You
learn
need to know
about
that.
that history. Your children need to learn about it, and our children need to learn about it
Yeah,
so that it cannot happen again.
yeah.
And
Like,
I think the real reason they don't want it taught is because they have plans to put us in that situation again. Or not us, but our descendants. When we long gone and
yeah.
there's no thought of
Like,
slavery.
even though, yeah,
That's
access
why they
to,
trying to kill the reparations conversation.
yeah, like, hey, we want to kill that conversation. Hey, if we want to put these black people who don't know nothing in
Mm-hmm.
the chains again, well, shoot, hey, they don't like you don't know no better. Hey, we just want to meet y'all. We just want to just put a curfew on your side of the city.
Yeah.
And you be like, why do I have to have to go in? They don't have to, but you don't know no better. You don't have no knowledge on the situation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So it's
It's crazy.
yeah, and that's why I'm like, I don't.
He just straight up. It's
Yeah,
just racist policy.
I said what I said, but I really would need a strong candidate to oppose him that can at least give us something.
I mean, man, his version of whatever he wants to push,
Make me
like,
feel make me feel like voting for you is the right thing to do,
yeah,
and not vote for him.
but like you've seen like a didactic file, like how they just black out stuff, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna dedact all this stuff. I'm gonna
Yeah,
just black out, and I'm gonna hand it to you and be like, that's history. What?
it's
Because you don't want to feel bad, or you don't want your kids to feel bad about being white.
it is
What?
erasing. Like they this is the Ben Shapiro school of thought, ending critical race theory. Because if you ever listen to Ben Shapiro spew the nonsense that he spews, he
Fuck that crap.
oh yeah, fuck him with a sick dick, real shit. But if you listen to him, the nonsense he spews always comes with statistics because they love throwing numbers out. These are the facts. These are the facts. These are that's how he sounds. These are the facts. These are the facts. Black people and they have this 9% of this and 12% of that and 75% of this. That's how he sounds.
Mm-hmm.
All his numbers. Critical race theory is the why.
That's it.
It's the well, this was done and this was done and this was done and this was done all in a black neighborhood and this was done and this was done and this was done that led to these black men being forced into this so that they had to do this. And that's why these black men are here.
Yeah.
That's critical race theory.
Yeah.
But they want to say black people are this, that, and the third without the why.
Yeah. And there's definitely a why. There's definitely a why. Like, dog, you can drive and see the why. You ain't even got to read a book.
No,
You can go to Mandarin and see all of
you
the
can
the
walk around the
whole
corner
the
and see the why.
you can you know what I'm saying? You can see the whole foods. You can see all the different things they have available, all
Mm-hmm.
the different programs. And you come around the black neighborhood, you got a liquor
Liquor
store
store,
within a mile from every metro area where there's people. A liquor store,
liquor store, and a church,
a liquor store,
and a
a
church's
church,
chicken,
and fast food. That's it.
Popeyes,
They want you fat. They want
McDonald's.
you thinking that God gonna save you, and they want you drunk. You know what I'm saying?
They
Jesus
want
save
you
me as I
thinking.
sip this 40 and eat this big
He
ass piece
said
of chicken.
they want you fat. They want you thinking Jesus gonna save you,
Yeah,
but it costs. So you got to give all your money
to
to the church.
Jesus, to Jesus. Yep.
I just it just
and it's a cycle, and it's like it's a big old circle, and it's like, hey, why is that? Shoot, there's definitely a why.
Yeah, and yeah, that's I don't. That's one of those when you look at the representation in the House and the Senate for the state. That's one of those. It's like that's one of those that has a good chance of getting passed, of getting through.
Yeah, if you think about it, if if that man ended up getting his second term as governor, there's definitely people who feel like that bill is necessary.
Because I mean, outside of when you all right, Florida is a red state. It's red, red.
It's red,
It's
red,
red, red.
red,
It's
red.
probably blue in a couple areas.
Well, it's blue in the more your Jacksonville, your Tallahassee, your
I
Tampa.
wouldn't even say Jacksonville is blue.
Yeah, Jacksonville is blue, but no, but it's not. It's not Jacksonville. The motherfuckers Gainesville, all them bumblefuck places that nobody knows about. Motherfucking Rainford or these other trash ass places that you'll never ever go
Sanford.
to. Sanford, like that is all Republican.
But that's every state.
Yeah, like the country, like the dumb,
That's
hick people.
that's every red state.
He's doing it for
The
us.
metropolitan cities are blue as fuck because that's where the black people live.
Yeah,
But that's why I say, I don't, like Jacksonville wouldn't be considered blue to me because it's not majority black.
right.
Like if your city is not majority black in a red state, I don't consider like that shit's wavering.
Yeah.
It's
It
you
can be either
purple.
or.
Yeah,
It
it's
can be either
purple.
or.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Miami. Miami's not blue. There's a lot of black people that live in Miami, but it's not majority black.
But like I said, the motherfucking Spanish people vote
Yeah.
Republican.
Right. Orlando, I would consider blue.
Mm.
Tampa, again, it's
Either or.
purple.
Man, no, you're right.
I'm saying Atlanta. Nigga, if you look at Georgia, Atlanta is blue as hell. A big blue circle in a fucking red wave. And then you got Savannah over there.
Yeah, it's like Stacey Abrams. You good in Atlanta.
Great in Atlanta, but everywhere else.
It's all them other old dumb bumblefuck
You
ass
just
places.
lucky that Atlanta is the most populated city in the state.
Yeah.
Otherwise, niggas wouldn't stand a chance.
But you know what? But also too, the thing is to white folks, as much as they hate and talk about how much they think government should be small, they still turn out to vote. Mm-hmm. Now, us who fought for the right to vote, oh, they all stay home. They said that in the city, like less than 9% of the vote came out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how black folks then, created this thing in their mind. Hey, it don't matter. It don't matter.
Man, hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. It sometimes it looks like it might not matter.
People feel like that, but locally it do. Locally it does. Statewide it does.
Locally and statewide, yeah.
Yeah, man. Presidential that's a popularity contest, and that's the one we see you go
well,
to.
See, with presidential is televised.
Yeah,
presidential is like the fucking Super Bowl. It's a
Super Bowl.
Huge lead up to it. And I mean, like when your local shit, you see signs all over the place.
That's it.
You know,
you don't know when the debate coming on.
Right. You gotta actually get up and go to the fucking town hall. I might have to work at that time.
Right.
You actually gotta research these motherfuckers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people just don't care to do that shit.
They don't care.
And I would much rather people don't vote, not knowing what the hell they voting for, than to vote and just vote just because. Like, oh, we vote Democrat every year, so check. That Democrat you voted for might want, I don't know.
Might want unisex bathrooms. I don't know.
I didn't want to go there.
I know. It's all good. But anyway, man, hey, I hope it don't pass.
Right, yeah, I hope it don't pass.
I hope it don't pass.
I hope it
Fuck that 99 shit. Man.
The only way that shit is gonna get out is if the House and Senate makeup is reversed, and I don't
Yeah.
see that happening in a red state.
Yep.
With that being said, the NAACP has issued a travel advisory and told black people don't come to Florida.
I respect that.
I don't.
You know,
Nope.
we got to be on some kind of group think now.
Yeah, come to Florida.
Come to Florida.
Come to Florida. Move to Florida.
Or to change the shit.
To change it.
All
But
right,
see,
man.
here's my thing though. Here's my thing. It's a it's kind of a double-edged sword to me because I do not fuck with the Democrat Party at all. I don't. And it really takes a lot for me to want to vote for either one of those. Either one of them. I don't fuck with neither one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, the way you change things is by moving people in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not don't come to Florida. Because what the all right, black people don't come to Florida. Well, what about black people that's in Florida? I want y'all to move out of Florida. To where? My
Right.
job is here. What I'm gonna do? You gonna set me up? You gonna give me a job that pays what I'm making now?
Right.
You gonna put me up someplace and pay my state taxes? Because the reason I moved to Florida in the first place is because there's no state tax.
No, that's right.
Like the shit. I don't know what the fuck. Like, yeah, it just next topic.
Yeah.
Come to Florida, man.
Go to Florida.
Keeping on the NAACP, the San Francisco NAACP rejected the city's proposal to pay the $5 million reparation.
$5 million to who? Everybody?
To San Francisco residents, black ones.
They rejected it.
The NAACP
They
requested that they reject it.
They feel like they deserve more.
They was like, instead, put it into certain programs. It's kind of on the. They're trying to make it seem like they would rather have certain programs, but the programs that they put on there ain't really the programs that would lead to, the building of black wealth.
Well, like I said, it'd be nice if people were on one page. I get it.
Listen,
What?
$5 million.
Right.
That's life changing money.
It
Give
is.
me that. If that's the cash you want to give me, that's the cash payment you want to give me. Give me that.
Give me that.
I'll do all the rest myself. Now the problem with that is it's niggas that's gonna give it right back, but
give it right back.
I'm not. I'm not. $5 million and
hey, 60,000 to change my life.
A couple other black people that think like me, we might change the motherfucking world.
Hey, definitely. Yep. Start a franchise on their ass.
Right. Venus Williams is raising money to preserve the childhood home of Nina Simone.
Love it.
Should be a historical landmark.
True activist.
I wouldn't call Venus Williams no activist. Oh, no, Nina Simone is
Nina
a true
Simone.
activist. Yes.
Real deal. Her documentary is the shit.
Yeah. Love her.
Yep.
Burna Boy is facing backlash for interview where he states brothers in the U.S. have been stripped of their knowledge of self.
I don't see the problem.
Well, you know who. Certain black Americans in a certain group classification were pissed off. You know who. I'm not going to name them, but you know who we're talking about.
Yeah. But no, it's true.
We have. And I don't know why it's a problem that Burna Boy is saying it when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said it. The Honorable Marcus Garvey has said it.
Yeah.
Noble Drew Ali.
Yeah.
He said it. Malcolm X said it. Martin Luther King said it.
Come on.
Did he say it? To an extent.
He probably could have.
Stokely Carmichael said it. Stokely Carmichael, they're going to say, well, he was the
Dick Gregory said
FBA.
it.
Dick Gregory said it.
Like, how
This is
walk
this
like
is
a duck,
common
quack like a
fucking
duck.
knowledge, because why the hell would knowledge of self even be a thing if we haven't been stripped of our knowledge of self? But when a black Brit says it, now you got a problem that he's saying what we've been saying for years.
Yeah.
But only because he's not FBA. Shut up.
Yeah. And it's like, dog, you think about it, man. What have we been taught? We've always been taught, hey, when the white folks got tired of having you guys in bondage, this great tall white man with a big ass hat said, let them be free, and here you go. And y'all niggas should stop tripping. Dog, you understand that you're more than we're more than that.
Their problem is
you have no knowledge.
Their problem is whenever Africans speak about Black Americans or African Americans not having knowledge of self, Black Americans, like these little sects, have come out thinking that we ain't African. And you're stupid as hell. Y'all sound dumb. We African. We might not be in Africa. We might not have been born African, but our roots are African. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It is what it is. And when other people say that, when we've been saying it, it shouldn't be no problem.
Right.
Niggas in the music you listen to are saying it. Right. Will have said it. Like the 90s and the 80s and shit.
Yeah.
X-Clan.
Ben said it.
Ben said it.
Every song.
Fucking I'm trying to think of the other group, but it ain't coming to mind, so fuck it. But yeah, I ain't got no problem with him saying it. I don't give a damn if any black person says it from any country in the diaspora.
Yeah.
We've been stripped of our knowledge of self. And the thing to do isn't get mad at the person who's saying it. The thing to do is gain knowledge of self.
That's it.
Read a fucking book.
Read a fucking
book. Do your African ancestry.
All right.
Or ancestry, period. Nicole Ari Parker misses the single life and wants more attention after 17 years of marriage to Boris Kojo. What the fuck did I just say?
Oh, they got a divorce now?
No, they ain't divorced.
Oh.
She's 17 and she's lonely. I mean, no, she's been married 17 years and she's lonely.
With the dude?
She wants attention. It's Aisha Curry all over again.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on with these married women, man.
I think that everybody just has this whole, I have this thing in my head of what it's supposed to be, and it's not that. Like, dog, hey, it is what it is.
So you miss being single and want attention from single men again? That's what it is. Listen, I'm going to tell you like this. Every married person probably feels like that. That, they miss the attention from single people. But guess what? You can have those feelings in private. You don't have to share that shit to the world when everybody know you married and everybody know who you married to.
Yeah. Like, how does that man feel about you making that statement?
Right. You want attention from who? You mind. Who you want attention from?
Or either they need to be, I don't know. I don't see it.
Miami done pulled that shit off. Boy. Niggas was down 20. Nah, 17. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Why get married?
I mean, there's reasons why people get married, of course. Everybody got their reasons.
But I'm saying, if that's how you feel 17 years later, that ain't how you feel 17 years later. You've been feeling like that. You're just not saying it 17 years later. I miss the single life. You ain't missing the single life 17 years of marriage. You too far. You too far removed from the single life
too
to
deep
miss
in.
it.
Too deep in. Hey.
You missed the single life after a year or two.
Well, man, somehow you got to find some type of happy medium where you and him have some agreement to go out, but just
Man.
come back home to your house and y'all do what y'all do.
Yeah, but I just don't. I just don't like the. I want more attention.
I feel, dog, the world is just different now. I think the
Who do
world
you?
is different from when people got together and they are 30 years in and
Man,
they just like each other still. Like, dog, it's the world where your friend is your phone and you post pictures for likes,
so she
you
ain't
make
getting enough
videos for
likes
likes.
from random niggas on the internet.
It might be.
Sit your ass down. You got a whole husband, bitch.
Got a whole.
A whole husband.
All right, respect.
Influencer goes viral for making Uber driver wait so she could capture her aesthetic walk on camera.
People stupid.
You saw that?
Nah, I didn't see it. But I mean,
I saw
showing the
the
hips.
actual TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok. I heard what I said. The actual TikTok video. The dude is outside in the car. He comes in like what's going on? She's just standing there waiting so people ain't like if people in the lobby and shit. She waiting for the lobby to clear so she can catch her walk on camera coming from the elevator. Bitch, get in the car.
You stop in the bag.
Get in the car. Cause look, I couldn't be that Uber driver. I think I'm too petty. Cause imagine the chick made you wait for like 30, 40 minutes before getting in your car because she wanted to capture the aesthetic walk. I'll say, all right, touche, bitch. She get in the car. Okay, we can leave now. But we gotta wait. Wait for what? I want to make sure no cars is on the driveway. Cause the only time I drive is aesthetically. I gotta capture my driving, and I don't need no cars on the road. So until the road is clear,
then we'll go.
We ain't going nowhere. Motherfucker, it's rush hour. It's cars everywhere. I guess we ain't going nowhere. Hope you ain't in a rush.
Crazy.
We gotta wait for this aesthetics.
Ooh, look at that stat line. He went 7 for 7 and made 13. He ain't miss a shot. That's crazy.
Hey, if I'd have done a bracket this year, I'm lying. I didn't watch no basketball this. I ain't watched no basketball this year.
Word.
None. This game. I watched the Pistons play 2 weeks ago, and maybe a Laker game between I don't know who the fuck. Maybe a month ago. I ain't watched no basketball. Not because I ain't want to, but because the little 2-year-old terrorist I have living in my house runs the TVs.
Yeah.
Ain't no watch basketball.
Watching what he want to watch.
We watching Cars. We watching Coco Melon. We watching, it's a new shit. Baby Fin or Beba Fin. Anything with babies, he want to watch that shit because it's babies. Like, God. Gracie's Corner. We watch a lot of that. Hey, damn.
Damn life.
Like, all right, man. You got it. If I bought him a little T-ball set, I'm like, you gonna play baseball though. You know that. You're not finna stop me from watching baseball. Opening day is Friday, Thursday. The 30th, I think. Birdman's brother Terrence Gangsta Williams paperwork leaked showing he helped solve 40 plus murders.
He's on video, even saying that he did, I believe.
Mm-hmm. But
Baby ain't made no comment on none of those videos.
The picture they released, and you know everybody calling him a snitch. He out. Of course he snitched. You a murderer. How the fuck are you not in jail? This dude is on every one of them counts. The 40 murders he helped solve. he is listed as either the killer or an accomplice to the killer. So he was involved. This dude was a. Why is he not in jail? This is Weebay. That nigga Weebay.
Mm-hmm.
And he ate. I guess he ate the charge like Weebay, but Weebay ain't getting no time off. Oh, that's crazy as hell, man.
It is. It is. It is.
Like everybody calling him a snitch. I don't know what to think of it, man. Honestly, if you out, you had to snitch on.
Of course, but man, the whole snitch or the way that plagues black culture.
This dude is a murderer. He a snitch. This ain't.
Yeah.
I know what you getting at.
Yeah.
This dude a murderer. He killed niggas.
Yeah.
Robbed and killed niggas. You should be in jail, sir.
That's the place. That's the place you should be.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
That ain't the one I was looking for, but we gonna roll with it. Video services. Oh, this was I love this shit. Video services of Tekashi 6ix9ine getting jumped in a bathroom at a public gym.
Very cool. All that shit he talked, he deserved every last bit of it. He deserved it.
Beat his ass.
Oh, ain't nobody beyond getting touched.
Nope. My only thing is, y'all got Tekashi, because the shit happened in Florida. Y'all got Tekashi. When the fuck y'all gonna get Zimmerman?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Because I know this nigga, he out and about. He ain't just, he's somewhere.
Yeah, man. Why he ain't at, you know what I'm saying? Go get a workout and just, be in public where somebody can smack the shit at you on camera.
Yeah, but I
this for Trayvon, bitch.
A big smile crept across my face watching that Tekashi video.
Hey, he deserved it.
He deserved
so as much shit as that dude talk.
Deserved that entire beatdown.
Get him.
FDA approves lab-grown chicken made by Good Meat.
Hey, man. I ain't saying being vegan is the way, but it's getting close to it.
Yeah, just don't eat good meat.
Yeah, definitely not. Fuck that.
But I mean, does anybody listen? The FDA approves the vegan food you eat.
Yeah.
If you're gonna listen, if you're gonna be the only way to get away from that is to grow your own food, raise your own fucking livestock. That's it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, still,
and niggas ain't finna be farmers.
But I mean, at the end of the day, the government
they stealing niggas farmland. So
they
what you gonna do?
The best thing you can do is hope that your shit is not contaminated. Drink you some water, get you some fruits and vegetables. Fuck that shit.
And look, the fruits and vegetables is probably GMO.
Yeah.
The water is probably contaminated.
Yeah.
They get all that shit goes through the FDA.
All of it.
What you gonna do?
Hey.
Shoot. What you gonna do? Grow your own food. And who got the resources to do that?
No, you're right.
The answer is there. It's how to get there. That's why I hate boycott. It's easy to not buy something from somebody. But what's the alternative?
Yeah, what's the alternative? Still want the shit.
This ain't the 60s, man. This is not the 60s. In the 60s, they had a plan. We gonna boycott the buses. Well, how the fuck am I gonna get to work? Such and such is gonna pick you up. Y'all gonna carpool. You live 2 blocks from your job. Get some fucking exercise. They had alternatives.
Ain't got no alternative.
And they had black bus companies that would drive you.
Right.
Nobody says nothing about those. Mm-hmm. Nobody says nothing about those.
Nope.
What's the alternative, man? Ja Morant suspension was lifted.
Very good.
Did shouldn't deserve to be suspended in the first place.
Yeah, man. At the end of the day, man, let's chalk it up to just being young and just go on and be great for your team.
Yep. Ye on IG says watching Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street made him like Jewish people again.
Nigga, you still canceled. Nigga, you still canceled. Oh well.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up!
That part.
Ye funny as hell, dog.
Oh, he a goofball.
Funny as hell.
Drop an album. Nigga.
Musical genius, man.
That's it.
Yeah, musical genius.
Everything else.
When the hell is Donda 2 finna get a real release?
I know, because the stem player people said that they not doing the shit no more with him, so drop the album.
Yeah, and I'm not buying the fucking stem player. Period.
Yeah, they stopped doing business with him.
So where the hell is Donda 2?
Yep.
Drop the fucking album, yay.
So goofy.
Now. While we on movies, are we at all excited about the Little Mermaid movie, the live action one?
Don't care. I'm glad
So
that
that's a no.
Yeah. I'm glad there's.
I'm
a
not.
black
I'm
lead.
not. I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't care.
You don't care?
Is the prince black?
I don't think so.
Then no. Not even gonna let my. I'm not even gonna let my daughter watch it. My wife might take her to it, but I'm gonna advise against it because she don't need to. That's not what she need to see.
Right.
Let's show her happy black couples. That's what I want to show my daughter. I don't need to see my daughter. I mean, I need my daughter to see. So, and then the way she dressed, and like you seen the pictures that came out. The way she dressed, she looked like a slave. Got the little mammy headband on over her dreadlocks when she come out the water.
Oh no!
Like dog,
nah, I'm good.
Nah, let's fuck that. And the prince looked like a fucking young slave master. It looked like a fucking 1820 period piece.
Man.
An antebellum period piece. That's what it looked like.
Terrible.
Dog, I'm not. No, I don't. They gonna say, oh, you should let this inclusion, representation. I don't care that the Little Mermaid is black. Nah. I don't care. You know why I don't care? I don't care that the Little Mermaid is black if the prince is still white. If everybody else in the movie is still white. Who's playing the daddy? Who's playing the King Merman? What was his name? King Triton. Who's playing that motherfucker? If it's some white dude,
I'm upset.
Yeah, no, I'm not excited. I don't even want to see it. I don't want none of my family to see that shit. And if my wife even bring it up, no. I advise against it. Nope. Not happening. You a hater, Art. Yep. If y'all are avid listeners, watchers of this podcast, you know my stance on interracial marriage and interracial relationships. I don't have to go back into it.
Right.
So a movie like The Princess and the fucking Frog, I didn't like that shit either. Didn't stop nobody from watching it because my daughter was 1 when that shit came out, and it didn't matter because all she cared about was Tiana. So we can throw the little Princess and the Frog birthday party with all Princess Tiana shit everywhere and no mention of the goddamn frog or the prince, right? Ain't nothing to me.
Right.
My daughter 1, she didn't ask her if she remembered that goddamn birthday party. She probably don't even remember being there. But show her pictures of her face with the cake. You know, when you do the little cake thing to the baby on their first birthday. That's the only picture we got. We got more pictures, but that's the only pictures we like. So what? Yeah, nah. The Weeknd declared the world's most popular artist by Guinness World Records.
People just like that nigga just whining over beats. I'm not a fan of that nigga.
I don't think it got anything to do with his music. It's just like Snoop being the most popular rapper. I really don't think it has anything to do. And I'm not knocking Snoop's music. I'm just saying I don't think it has anything to do with his music. Everybody knows him. He's in every fucking thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's singable. I don't know. I believe it. He did the Super Bowl. People like his music. Shit sounds weird to me.
It makes sense that he's popular though.
Yeah.
Hey, I like The Hills Have Eyes.
No.
This is a dope ass song. DJ Envy says 50 Cent will win in the verses against Lil Wayne.
Now, I have a this is my thing about that. Like, I hate like people being biased from a particular place and they just want to rep their person. Like, I'll never be like, because I'm from Jacksonville, I like Jacksonville. Well, I'm basically say I'm from here, but I wasn't born here. But because stuff is from here, I'm not gonna be like, man, Jacksonville's the shit. The Jaguars.
Nah,
the
you
shit.
can't have this. You can't have this argument about Jacksonville. Have this
I'm not doing
argument
that
about
shit.
a New Jersey rapper.
But I'm just saying though, but just you can't, like he's biased.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Envy up there saying some dumb shit like, oh no he can't. Like I said, after his first two albums, 50 Cent has nothing. You know what I'm saying? Third album, Curtis, was weak.
See, here's
Wayne
the thing
got way
though.
more
Here's
music.
the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
And I like 50
People
Cent.
say Curtis was weak, but he still had one or two hit singles. Of the album wasn't shit, but he's got a single on there
I
that
Get
was
Money, Make a
two
Baby
singles,
by Me.
3 singles. I Get Money, Make a Baby by Me, and then the Justin Timberlake song.
Okay.
They're there. Yeah. On a subpar album, but those 3 songs are there. Right. You only need 20 songs. The song with Akon, my bad, 4 songs.
Right.
That's 4 songs on a bad album.
Right.
And then you got The Massacre. And then you got Get Rich or Die Trying. Right. And then you got more recent songs that he inserted himself on. What's that one with Chris Brown? Not Chris Brown.
Got the Woo with Pop Smoke.
Yep. What is he on? Yeah, he's on that. Like, he's got shit that he can draw from, and not to mention he got 6 TV shows where he can pull it. He can pull the power theme song.
Well, either way, man.
So
no.
It's not far fetched to think that
it's Lil biased, Wayne, man.
It's 20 songs.
No.
I know I agree with you that Envy was biased. Yeah, biased. But I don't agree with the 50 Cent can't beat Wayne in the verses. It's all a matter of what songs are picked.
Well, and it's still subjective either way, but it's like
and it's subjective either way. Now, me personally, I do think Lil Wayne would win that because the songs that I assume Lil Wayne would pick, you drawing from Hot Boy Wayne to Post Cash Money Wayne to Young Money Wayne.
Yeah.
You got a lot of shit. But let's not act like 50 Cent wasn't active in the late 90s too.
Yeah, I mean he could.
Because he can pull Ghetto Quran, and that's a cult classic.
Yeah, he could.
And he can pull that song he did with Bun B and Pimp C.
Yeah, that's on Powerful Dollar. Yeah.
So he's got. You can't just say, and especially when you only pulling 20 songs. People think with verses because a nigga has 500 songs that you gonna hear all 500 of them songs. Like when you say Drake can beat anybody. Nah.
I mean, he can't. I mean, dog, the song that performed, the hyper song that they actually spazzing on, that was a hit or whatever, automatically people give that things like, checks. If you go Gin and Juice versus Party Up in Here or whatever, like Make Me Lose My Mind, Up in Here, of course you go, oh, okay, well DMX got that one because it's a different kind of vibe. It's a different vibe.
Maybe.
And it's still subjective.
I think some people will pick Gin and Juice, though. Because it's Gin and Juice.
Well, either way, Envy
Envy was being biased,
he's
but
biased.
yeah.
Like I said, that's like niggas be like, because I'm from down south, you be like, you need to look all down south shit. No, I don't. Never did.
Yeah. I mean, I like Trick Daddy.
But shoot, but I mean,
I
like
like Trina too.
98, 99, but I ain't never buy these shit. I listen to it for free.
That's why I said you can't have this argument with Jacksonville artists or Florida artists.
Nah,
You gotta have this. You gotta make that statement from a New Jersey point of view.
well,
Because I know you live here, but bro, you are an East Coast dude to your heart.
yeah, I know it. I know it's in list and in the list that
You be
are out,
pulling up and I hear Griselda boom,
genius.
Griselda out the speakers.
It further confirms my genius. I've been right.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Since we talking about verses, we got another FTSD top 5 for y'all.
Top five.
Yeah. And this week we are doing the top 5 versus battles ever. I think this was the easier one for us to do because number one, it's only been like 40 of them shits.
Right.
40, 50 of them shits. And yeah, smaller class to pull from, easier outcome.
Right.
So start. What's your top 5 versus battles?
Let's see here. Cameron versus Mace.
No. The ones that actually happened.
Oh, the ones that actually happened?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, of course, Locks and Dipset.
Of course.
That one. Definitely like Red and versus Meth.
Okay.
Um,
Top 5?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I like KRS and Big Daddy Kane.
Oh, your bias is showing.
Actually listen to that. Even Trina was okay.
Okay.
And I'll go 3-6 Mafia and Busy,
And
Bone
Busy
Thugs.
Bone. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
It
Bone
was
Thugs
3-6 versus Busy Bone.
Yeah.
For a hot second. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. My top 5 versus battles are number 5, Babyface versus Teddy Riley. Both of them. Because the first one would have been hype as hell if Teddy Riley would have had his shit together.
Right.
Number 4 is Jill Scott versus Erykah Badu. That was a dope one. Number 3, Gucci Man versus Jeezy. Number 2, of course, the Locks versus Dipset. And number 1, the one that got all this niggas trying to get it on the same stage and go against each other started, Beanie Man versus Bounty Killer.
Okay.
You know I love reggae, so that was definitely gonna be on my list. So I had honorable, like DMX versus Snoop was my honorable mention. Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire was my honorable mention. Bone Thugs versus 3-6 was honorable mention, and T-Pain versus Lil Jon almost cracked my top 5. So that's good. And now we're gonna give y'all 2. We're gonna give y'all the versus battles we want to see.
All right. The one that what I wouldn't mind seeing is Trick Daddy versus Rick Ross.
Ooh, I ain't think of that one. Okay. Yeah, that would be nice.
And Nicki Minaj versus Lil Kim.
That's 2.
Yeah.
It's top 5.
Oh, you want 3 more? I got 3 more.
Yeah, it's a top 5.
All right. Pitbull versus Flow Rider.
Okay.
And I said Cameron versus Mace.
Yep. That'll never happen.
Noriega versus Beanie Siegel.
And they talked about that one.
They did.
Cameron versus Mace. Would that be it? Does Mace have 20 songs?
He does, but I don't think that it would be good. You know what I'm saying? I think he has his first album, then he had Double Up, Then he had that Welcome Back album, and that was it. So he got like 3 albums. Cameron has a ton of
Yeah,
music.
Cameron.
Cameron has a ton of music.
Cameron a watch mace. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
My top 5 is Jodeci versus Drew Hill, JD versus Diddy, which is supposed to be happening soon, Chris Brown versus Usher, Cash Money versus No Limit.
That's
Like
a good
the whole like that way. I don't want to just Wayne versus somebody else is a different level. That's why I didn't just say Wayne versus somebody. You know what I'm saying? Wayne, you got to put up against fucking Jay-Z or somebody.
Yeah.
Like Wayne is a versus that'll never happen. So Cash Money versus No Limit has a better chance of happening.
Yeah. Somebody else who had a 20-year career.
Yeah. And then 50 versus Ja. Another one that'll never happen. But boy, if they get together and say, you know what? Let's do it for the culture. I ain't gotta like you, you ain't gotta like me, but let's do it for the culture.
That's it.
That shit would be a dope one. So, again, 2 lists, we rarely got the same ones. It just goes to show like our different tastes of music.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Is fine. But your top 5 that you want to see had like 3 Florida battles on there.
Yeah.
That surprised me. I'm like, nigga said Trick Daddy versus Rick Ross. That's nigga. That's a 1. That's a 1. I think Rick Ross did one already though, didn't
he? He did.
Man, that Trick Daddy versus Rick Ross would have been a 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Black owned business for the day. I mentioned them earlier, African Ancestry. I'm gonna say this. How do I want to put it? It's not enough. It's good to know the breakup or the makeup, which is what the other like DNA tests that are offered give you. They show you like what 50% this, 70%, 17% that. You know, you 35% Nigerian, 25% Senegal, 13% England, Welsh, whatever. You know, whatever your makeup is. I've done that, but the African ancestry, what they do is they break it down, and I'm sure y'all seen the commercials. I'm sure if you on Facebook, you seeing they ads. Yes, they getting some free publicity from me because that's what I do for black owned businesses. I don't give a fuck. You don't have to pay me. You know, that's what we do until we start actually making money where we actually charge people for running an ad. But this little feature is just, hey, here's a black owned business you should try, you should fuck with. And if you really want to know what tribe in Africa you, I don't want to say belong to, but what tribe your match your DNA matches up with, more specifically, you use African ancestry, and that gives you a sense of what region and what the people were that you descend from. You know, because when they say 70% Nigerian and 12% whatever country, these are the countries that were established after the after like during colonialism.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can have a makeup of 30% Nigerian and 20% uh Burkina Faso or Ghana, and they be the same people.
Right.
Because that tribe might have been in those same regions or moved throughout those same regions. Mali was an empire that stretched from the coast of Africa all the way up into the Sahara. You know what I'm saying? Ghana was the same thing. And you know, the Congo was an empire before the white people came over and set borders for the country. You know what I'm saying? So knowing like the specific tribe helps you. It also helps you learn what spiritual practices the people had, certain cultural practices. You can actually look into that people and find out, you know, kind of get a sense of where you descend from. So AfricanAncestry.com, that's where you can find them. At African Ancestry on Instagram. Go ahead with your last thoughts.
Hey, my black celebrities out there, just try to protect yourselves, protect your bubble, have trustworthy people who can protect you away from the bullshit. Uh, that's mainly it, man. Just make sure we're moving correct out here. When we are starting to get our notoriety, our fame, we're starting to, get that bag. We have to secure that bag and, secure that bag for that generational wealth because as soon as they know that you're doing good, that's when, hey, somebody got to try to tarnish your name. So, just keep, protect yourself. Keep away from haters. Keep away from people who are trying to get fame or trying to get you out of character. And everything gonna be all right.
I know if we get to like 1 million subscribers, they coming after both of us.
I'm hiding in my bubble.
All I know is it's gonna be a problem when they do. I got nothing. I said what I needed to say on this podcast. Great show. Great show. Great episode. With all that being said, follow us on all social media at FTSD Podcast, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. Like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your peers. Get this shit to cracking. I haven't checked the subscription numbers.
I think it's still at 61.
61. Okay. So we getting there. We closer to 100 than we was when we started.
Yep.
So
definitely.
Hey, we gonna win y'all over one subscriber at a time. If that's what it takes.
That's what it takes.
That's what's up, man. Y'all keep fucking with us. Living love like it's your last. Living love like it's all you have. This has been the Fuck That Shit Dawg podcast.
Yes, sir. We out.